Hello, Steve White, Steve White's 89. Well, there's been a lot of drama in the Britney camp just lately. A lot of drama in the Britney camp. I wasn't the biggest fan of Britney back in the day. I mean, I was a very loyal Madonna fan, so I kind of hated everyone other than Madonna. I was one of those fans that now attack me and call me a hater because I actually criticise Madonna sometimes and don't like everything she does and doesn't praise her like a goddess. So yeah, but I started to grow to appreciate Britney after the breakdown. I felt like, I don't know, I started following her after that and I liked her music since then. And I was only vaguely aware of her conservatorship. And there's been a lot of drama about that lately. I don't know a lot about it. It's very private. Apparently she has mental illness. Some people are saying bipolar. And she does need a conservatorship. She apparently is in a voluntary one. Unfortunately, she's been in it for 12 years, since 2007 when she had, I think that was the main breakdown where she shaved her head and attacked the paparazzi with the umbrella and that. And her dad's been in charge of it, but she really wanted him removed. She wanted other people to be involved. And there's been a lot of drama there. And there is a long history of celebrity parents taking advantage of celebrities and holding onto their power and their money and so forth. But there's also a long history of people with mental illness who don't know what's good for them, who end up destroying themselves, and people try to save them. So it's hard to determine what it is. With the whole Free Britney movement, I'm not 100% sure they know what they're talking about. Like, do they know for sure she doesn't have mental illness? Do they know why she has a conservatorship? Do they know why she needs it? Do they know that she can actually function autonomously without it? Are they just being emotional? And I mean, it does sort of seem a bit like that. Now, there's a documentary called Framing Britney Spears, which was made just recently. There's been a few things that have happened just recently. The main thing was the documentary, because the Free Britney movement has been up since 2009, since fans realised that she was in a conservatorship and that she didn't have freedom, that she literally can't go shopping. She can't buy a burger without having to ask her dad for permission, basically. She can't sign any contracts. She can't do anything. She can't work without things going through him. Now, he doesn't exactly seem to be keeping her locked in a house or anything. She does seem to be working and being creative and artistic. She's done many albums and tours, and she's got her fragrances and things, and she appears to be very happy with her boyfriend, but there are some issues with, I don't know what's happening, but a lot of people have been, a lot of fans, I mean, that they mean well, but they've been very critical, and they were saying to her sister that, why aren't you saying more about this? And she's like, I have no right to talk about my sister. You have no right to assume anything about my sister, and I have no right to talk about her health or her health or personal matters. Basically, she said she's a strong, badass, unstoppable woman, and basically that is all that matters. That's what's obvious, because they're saying it's obvious she's got mental illness. Why aren't you talking about it? So the fans are a little bit full on, and I'm not sure how much of it is justified. I do think she needs a conservatorship, obviously. Like, there's no way they could keep her in one for 12 years if she didn't actually need it. There wasn't medical reasons for it. So, but I think the issue is she doesn't want her father doing it. She wants someone impartial, because I guess there's issues there. And just, it's probably just alienating her from him anyway. Even if he was doing the best job, she'd still resent him for it, because it's just the nature of being told you can't do this, you can't do that, and having someone else. And if she is bipolar, when she's having a manic phases, she's going to hate him because he's not going to let her do the things, because he knows, So it's very interesting. And another thing that's happened was after the documentary, because the documentary apparently focused a lot, I haven't watched it, focused a lot on also the media, how they've focused on Britney, how they've attacked Britney, how they've framed Britney. And it was pretty brutal. I remember back in the day, I remember having moments of saying to people, she's a human being. Like, what the hell? Do you not care about this? This is a person that's actually having problems. She's not a machine. She's not a puppet. She's actually like a real person who's just a performer. Like, I'm not an actor, I'm not a performer or anything, but I'm an artist. I sort of understand that there's a big difference between the creation and like the person, and a lot of people get confused with the image, and it was kind of a bit scary. That's sort of when I sort of turned and became a Britney fan when I sort of saw how nasty people were being, and that they weren't looking at her like a person. Like that whole, leave Britney alone guy that people mocked. I mean, he was really upset and he was scared for her. I mean, he was crazy, but I understand. So I started to become a fan then, and I started following this, and I heard about the documentary and that. And another thing that has happened, because Justin Timberlake was awful. Apparently, supposedly, she cheated on him, which she may have done in a manic phase if she is bipolar, which he should understand or forgive or whatever, at least now. Maybe not at the time if they didn't understand, if she wasn't properly diagnosed. Because she was put into mental help to basically get assessed and work out what was wrong with her. I guess they did, and that's why she's in the conservatorship, because she needs it. But he basically portrayed her in a negative light. He got revenge with some music of hers, of his about her. And I stopped being a Justin fan around that time. It sort of soured me on him. I liked his music up until that point. And then the Janet Jackson situation happened, where he basically just let her take the blame for it, sucked up to Les Moonves, who was in charge of CBS, who was doing the Super Bowl. Just a lot of legal dramas and all that, and she got fined and just destroyed her career. And he just was just got out of it. And he seemed to be bragging about it later, like, oh yeah, I did this to Janet. I ripped her shirt off, basically. And that's the same way he acted about Britney. People literally asked him, and I heard this interview years ago where someone said, "Did you F Britney Spears?" And he's like, "Yeah, I did it." And I remember hearing that at the time and thinking, "You are disgusting. I'm never listening to another record of yours. I'm not buying anything." I never went to any of his concerts. I had been planning to, but I cancelled. And then they used that in the interview in this documentary. I'm like, yes, I've been thinking about that for years. Whenever I think about him, I think of that interview and thinking, that's who he really is. That's the person he is. And eventually, of course, he got shamed into making an apology. And he basically said, I have basically used my white male privilege, and I have basically taken down these women, Janet and Britney, to basically help myself. I should have done better. I want to do better in the future, blah, blah, blah. Maybe it's real. Maybe it's true. He's got a wife. He's got a kid. Maybe he's grown. He was a pig back then. Maybe he's changed. I still haven't bought any of these albums, and I don't think I will, unless he shows some sort of something. I don't know. But the other thing with Janet as well, he didn't really apologise to her, and he didn't take any responsibility. I mean, I don't know who designed. Obviously, she designed the outfit, and he was basically supposed to pull a leather cup off the corset, and what would be revealed was a red lace bra cup, and she had the nipple ring underneath that covered the whole nipple of a starburst. He ripped the whole thing off, which was either deliberate or a mistake. Either way, it wasn't her fault, but yet she got the blame for it. She got just trashed. Her career did not recover. She was like, it's a whole other documentary, all the things they did to her after that. The award shows she couldn't appear on, the TV station shows, networks that wouldn't show her stuff or work with her, all this sort of stuff happened. She managed to keep going. She has had a career. She has kept touring. She's had albums, but she was never able to get back up to that level that she was on before, because she was basically blacklisted and cancelled by areas of the industry, because Les Moonves, the evil alleged rapist and abuser of women, who's been, allegedly, who's been kicked out of CBS, who I personally hate because he cancelled Star Trek Enterprise and basically stopped Star Trek being produced for years until he eventually put it in the arrangement that's in now with a subcontract license, basically. So the marketing that he gets the money from can't be affected by the new shows, which actually don't resemble Star Trek but just use the name. He's evil. I hate him. He's gone. Good. But before that, he ruined Janet's career. And every year on the Super Bowl, there's Janet Jackson Appreciation Day, Justice for Janet, all those sort of hashtags go out. And this year, something very special happened. They actually, I guess I'm going to do this all in one video. I was going to do a separate video for Janet and Justin. But basically, Control, for its 35th anniversary from 1986, became #1 on the Apple album charts. top 40 Apple album charts. So that's great. It was trending, and now it's number one. It's still towards the top of the charts and everything. And she was very humbled, very grateful. She was crying. She thanked God, of course, and she thanked her fans, and she said how grateful she is to have God and her fans, and she never in her wildest dreams would have thought this album would be number one again 35 years later. It didn't even get like a proper release or marketing or anything. It was just done by the fans and by the groundswell coming up from Justin's apology, because he also apologised to Janet, and that got press, and the Superbowl got the press as well, because every time it comes up, people show her videos and basically try and show support for her in memory of her career. So that's all good. I mean, it's good that JT apologised. It's good that Britney is trying to, what she's basically trying to do, I don't know if I finished going into all that, she's trying to have her father removed altogether and just have other people. She's accepted she needs a conservatorship. She's doing it voluntarily, but she wants other people who aren't related, who don't have personal interests or issues with her, to manage it, and to be able to sort of have people managing it as a group rather than just one person in charge. And understand that. And at the moment, I think they removed Jamie Lynn because Jamie Lynn's the sister. Jamie's the father. He was sick and stepped down for a while, but then he went back. She didn't want him back. She wanted him removed. They said no. And what they did was they've made him co-conservator with a company called Bessemer Trust, and that is from, I think, happened in March, or either that happened. No, actually, no. There's another proceeding happening in March. That just happened, but there's another procedure happening in March. A social manager, Cassie Petring, or whatever her name is, has been talking on her behalf. Basically, she said, "I'm not working until this is sorted out." So she walked away from a production that she was supposed to be involved in. She's basically had her attorney, Sam Ingram, put forward several documents, and her boyfriend's spoken to fans and thanked fans, and it's all a bit of a mess, but it looks like it's coming together because she's got part of what she wants. She wants someone else involved, so it's not all her father in charge of everything, but she hasn't had him removed yet. But I do think the fans are jumping the gun. They want Britney to be free, running free in the fields like a wild stallion or something. No, she needs the help, obviously. She wouldn't still be in a conservatorship 12 years later if she didn't have mental issues that are like permanent, that need to be managed. So I wish her all the best of luck. And I'm glad Janet got her number one album again, and I hope that her career does pick up again, because there's no reason why it shouldn't. Now there's all this awareness and everything, and the industry and the media does seem to have changed. What they did to Britney years ago, they wouldn't do to her now. And hopefully the same thing with Janet. Hopefully she can fully recover her career and have another big hit. But yeah, I'm going to go. This is a really long video. I was planning to do two separate videos, one about Janet and one about Britney, but it's turned into just one big one to save time. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I'm going to be following the case a little bit closer now. I understand a bit more about it. And I just don't see why her father has to be involved. Because she wanted her mother involved. Now, if there was a whole team, including her father, she could probably live with that. I guess that's probably the best option. He probably doesn't. He may just honestly want the best for her and not want to step away and let someone else be in charge, because there is a long history of management ripping off actors and performers. So I think the approach of having a whole group of people, a whole team of people, including her dad and her mum, working together, and they all decide what she does, and everyone takes what she wants into consideration, and it's not all one-sided. That would probably be the best thing that can come out of this. But we'll see. I'm going to wait and see what happens. Thanks. Bye.